The idea of space gold may not be as far fetched as it sounds. Precious metals have been observed in extraterrestrial objects numerous times. Plus, the idea that gold has always been on Earth doesn't really mesh with the leading theories about the planet's formation. So, billion years ago, the Earth started as a shifting molten mass drifting through the cosmos. In this state of fluidity and extreme heat, the process of planetary differentiation could have caused the high density elements such as gold and other precious metals to drift into the Earth's core. Now, if gold were native to Earth, it would have drifted closer to the Earth's core and away from the crust, thousands of miles out of reach for even the deepest mines. We could not get to it. So, following that logic, the only reason gold could be so close to Earth's surface is because it came from outside the planet rather than from within it. Spooky, right? So, if gold is from outer space, how did it get here? So, believe it or not, the particle physics explaining the formation of extraterrestrial gold are pretty straightforward. So, here is a graph that explains the process of how gold is created in outer space. So, number one, stars are primarily made up of lots of hydrogen atoms. On average, stars are about 1.4 million kilometers in diameter and weigh at least 1 nonillion kilograms. That's a one followed by 30 zeros. Nonillion kilograms. Never heard that in my life. Number two, the enormous gravitational pressure of all this matter compresses the star's core and triggers nuclear fusion reactions. So this process releases energy from the hydrogen, making the star shine. That's why stars are shiny. I didn't know that. Number three, over many millions of years, fusion transforms the star's hydrogen into heavier elements like helium, carbon, and oxygen. And more fusion reactions churn through these subsequent elements faster and faster to form iron and nickel. Compared to hydrogen fusion, the iron and nickel fused fusion reactions produce much less energy. As its production falls, the outward pressure exerted from the star's core decreases. That drop in pressure causes the star's outer layers to collapse into the star. This sudden injection of matter and energy into the core causes a final cataclysmic supernova explosion. Science. All right, so the extreme pressure of a collapsing star is so high subatomic protons and electrons are forced together, forming neutrons. Within seconds, the iron group elements from a core capture these free neutrons to form even heavier elements such as gold, silver, and platinum. The supernova's shockwave then propels all of these newly formed elemental debris through the interstellar medium. The gold on Earth likely arrived this way before being kneaded into the veins of ore by geothermal activity. So that's all to say that stars basically form things like gold and platinum and silver. And then when they explode, that debris goes out, and it's most likely how it got to Earth. So that kind of makes gold cool as hell. Even cooler than it was because you're wearing space debris on your neck. And that's crazy how they found that out. They're like, this is kind of close to the crust and not really close to the core, like iron and nickel. And then you find out that gold, silver, and platinum are all stars within stars, collapsing stars, elements that you find in that. Shout out to Manhattan Gold and Silver for supplying all of this crazy information because who knew? Space gold.